Hello, good day again, everyone. Welcome back to my class. This is your fifth meeting, aka you are in the lesson 3 in your level in this semester. And then in this meeting, we are going to have another expressions to learn. And then the kind of expressions that we will learn today is the expressions of making the application letter and also the curriculum vitae. So actually there are some regulations of expressions that you have to use in your application letter. Okay, now let's go with the introductions, everyone. Before I start with this slide, let me give you some definitions about the application letter. So the application letter is the letter that you make when you want to apply to a job or to a new job. And the application letter is usually combined with the resume or your curriculum vitae, and then they're usually coming together. They are coming together, and they cannot stand alone. Usually, when you apply with your application letter, you have to also send your resume in your job vacancy. Okay, so your resume, first history of your work experience and outline of your skills and accomplishments. So if in your application letter informing about the way you get the job vacancy or your information, a brief informations about your skills. In your CV, it should be more details, and they are should be related to each other. And besides about working experience and also your skills, you can also put in your CV about your educational background, and then your perhaps your certificates or your working experiences there, or any other skills or experience outside of the working, but it is related to your position. Okay, the job application letter you send to an employer explains why you are qualified for the positions and should be selected for the interview. So if in your CV is about your informations, your personal informations, in your application should be explained why you are qualified to that positions, to the company that you want to get the job. Okay. Next is what to include in your in each sorry in each sections of the letter. We are first start with the application letter. Okay, there are one, two, three, four, five kinds of sections that you have to put in your application letter. The first one is the heading atau kepalanya, atasannya, top. It is put in the top of your letter, and then this is all about you and your employer contact informations. Your contact informations at the right top of your application letter, and then your employer is on the left side of your application letter. And then what kind of contact informations that you want to put, perhaps your email address, your phone number, and sometimes you can also put your address, home address, if it is necessary to have it. And then the next one is the salutation. This salutation is about polite greetings before you start with your what is it, beginning of your informations. It may start with dear sir, or ma'am, dear ma'am, or if you want to get specified, you may start with dear what is it, chief of HRD, or the chief of supervisor of the administrations, or any kinds of the what is a place that you want to get your that you want to send your application letter. Okay, next is the body of the letter. It is usually one in paragraphs, and it is usually more than one paragraph. I will give you the two paragraphs that you can put in your application letter. But if you want to have more than two paragraphs, it will be okay as long as your informations given in your application letter suitable for the informations to the company that you want to get hired. Okay, the first paragraph is about mention the job, so the job you are applying and where you saw the job vacancy. It is very important for you to say where you found the job vacancy, whether it is from the internet or from someone that you know, and then you are what is it offered about the job. Why? Because if if the company is lucky to get you, to hire you, they perhaps want to put the job vacancy again in the same place or in the same person. Okay, so very important for you to put where you found a job vacancy. The second one is the detail of your background of the study, working experience, or accomplishment. Remember, do not, because this is about the application letter and you can have more informations in your CV. It is very important for you to get it short if it is about a good educational background and also working experience, and it should be in paragraph. Okay, avoid any kinds of pointer in your application letter. Okay, next is the closing paragraph. Okay, if you have done explaining about yourself, you may close your paragraph with the thank you note to the employer. Sometimes you want to add your contact informations, whether the email address or your WhatsApp number. It will be okay. Why? Because sometimes there are several companies that do not see your CV yet. They just want to see your application letter so that they can hurriedly contact you to get the interview. And then from the interview, they will look your uh, CV. Okay. Next is your complimentary clause. It is usually in the form of a phrase or in just one word. You can say sincerely yours, or best regards, and then followed by your name. It is the end in your. It should be yeah, the point that you want to end your application letter. Okay, next go to the uh, CV. What kind of informations that should be put in your CV? The first one is must have section. It means that you need to put it. It is very required for you to have it in your CV, in your curriculum vitae. The first one is your contact information. Okay, the contact informations that you can put, including your phone number, address, email address, and also you can also put your social media account, because it can be one of the way that the company can uh, search about you, your your interests, your hobby, your skills can be found from your social media. Next is your identity general information. You can put whether you are so beside the like birthday or your address. You can also put whether you are your religion, your gender, even your marital status, whether you are married or not. You can put it in your CV. And then the next one is working experience. You can put every working experience in your CV. And then make sure that your working experience has several years that you spend in your working. So put your working experience that you have several years working on that place. Okay. If you have working experience for several months, I don't think it will be useful for the company to read it. Okay, only for several years saja. Next is professional skill. Remember, the skills that you can put in your CV is the skills that is related to your position, or the skills that can be used to that company, that can be useful to the company. Okay, for example, computer skills, or what is it? Corel Draw, or if it is financial, you may have skills of be accounting. Okay, and then educational background. You actually can write down your educational background start from the elementary school, but I think you may start it from the higher education only. Okay, what I mean with higher education, perhaps you just want to start with your high school and then go to the university. If you have two degrees of university, you may put both of them, but I think it is better for you to have only the higher education for your background in your CV. Okay, beside the must-have sections, you can also have the optional sections if you want to make, if you think that your CV is too short to be a CV, to be called as a CV, you may have this kind of optional sections to be in the CV. The first one is the certifications and award. Any kinds of the awards should be also related to your position. Okay, so even though you were the winner and what is it, drawing, but you want to apply, and then in the accounting it is not useful for you to have it. Okay, only the certifications and awards that are related to your position. Okay, the languages, yeah, if you fluent beside Indonesia, if you are fluent in other languages, you may write it down. Remember, the fluent in here, it means you can communicate in that language, both spoken or written language. If you think that you doubt yourself, you can speak in that language, you may not put it in your CV. Okay, next, personal project that you have done, doing right now. Remember, the project that you are doing should also relate it with your position, or should be useful, that you think it will be useful for the company to know. Okay. The next is the volunteer experience. Volunteer in here means that you have the project, but it should be non-profitable project. It is not beneficial for you, but you do it voluntarily. Okay. Volunteer experience can be put in the CV. Again, it should be related uh, with your positions. Okay, and then the former job. Perhaps this is the former job beside the working experience, but it may only have several months. Okay, if in the working experience you need to put it for several years of working experience, and a former job, maybe you may put the job that you only have several months or several weeks on it. Okay, let's go with the pro tips, everyone. The application letter, yeah, after you graduate from the university, I am very sure there will be thousands of application letter that you will send to a lot of the companies. So your application letter will be get better and better. But before you start it, let me give you some pro tips to make the application letter. The first one is use professional email address. I believe you have several email address that you can use that you use in your social media, in your Facebook, in your Twitter. But make sure your email address that you use in your application letter is used for the professional occasion only. Okay, so only for working. That is the email address that you put in your CV, in your email address. Sorry, I mean in your application letter. Next, keep your word short but clear, because there are only several paragraphs that you can put in your application letter. So make sure that your words short and effective. Why? Because you will have your CV to get more information about you. Okay. Next, share the contact details, including your social media account, so that the employer can search any interesting info about you. Usually, the company you have some regulations to keep you any kinds of contact informations, including your social media account, secret. Okay, any kinds of the account, social information, your personal informations in your social media will be only used in that company. Okay, and they will not share or spread any kind of informations to others if it is related with your personal informations. Okay, next, double check for mistakes if it is very important. The use of it is, yes, sincerely for to make the company understands about what you write, about what you want to inform to them. So please double check for the mistakes. And then this is the pro tips for making the CP. The first one is keep it up to date. Yeah, if you have more working experience, or you have graduate from one education degree, you may have to update it. Okay, including, for examples, you have more than 1 year, oh, sorry, If you have another year working experience, you may have to update it in your CV, including perhaps your photo. It is very important for you to put your photo, and the photo should be up to date. Okay, your latest photo, so that they will know about your appearance. Okay. Next, include skills related to job vacancy. I have already told you several times. Only put the skills, only put the certificate, only put the awards that is related to your positions that you want to get hired. Okay, the last one is tell the truth, no lies or sabotage in your CV. Yeah, I think uh, if you telling lies, it will not be really useful for yourself, because yeah, the company will think that you are not capable to do the job in that positions. Okay. Yeah, I think that is enough for explaining about the application letter and CV. If I have done explaining about application and CV, it means for you to make your own application letter and your CV. Please go to the assignment section and then read instructions carefully, and then perhaps you want to go to the message to see what kind of the job vacancy that you have to found, that you have to make your application letter, that you want to make the CV of it. Okay, so I think this is enough for me for today. Thank you very much for your attention, and good day everyone.